So we're going to do a little circle in sequence, and I'm going to do it with you and talk you through it. I'm not going to mirror you because we'll be moving around. So listen very carefully to the right and left instructions or it'll get confusing, right? So I'll be saying those instructions out loud so you'll be clear on them. So I'll do this with you and talk you through at the same time. Feet are together. We're going to bend the knees. Just sit back into a light squat. Stay in that squat and inhale your arms all the way up. Look up. On your next exhale, forward fold like we did last time and straighten the legs if you can. Inhale, half lift, and then exhale, we're going to jump or step back to plank and lower down. So very familiar territory so far. Inhale, point your toes, rise up to up dog, and exhale into downward facing dog. Now move with me. We're going to step the right foot forwards in between the hands. Take as many breaths as you wish there. Keep a steady rhythm going. We're going to keep the hands on the floor. Send the chest forwards. Keep breathing here. The back leg, that's our left leg, is straight. Keep breathing nice and steadily. Find the rhythm that works for you. Stay in the fingertips if you can, because it gives a bit more space so that we can send the chest forward. Keep the breath nice and steady. Try to resist the urge to bend that left knee. Keep it really straight. We're going to walk around to the left. So I'll be facing back to you. My left is your left as well. Walk around to the left. Bring your feet parallel. And then taking the top of your head to the ground. Hands on the floor between the feet. If you can't reach the hands to the floor yet, that's fine. Bend the knees so that you can reach the ground. Feet are parallel. Keep your breath steady. Try to send weight into your toes. Work on straightening the legs eventually. We're going to continue walking around to the left now. Turn the left toes to the left. So you're facing the back end of your mat now. And we repeat that lunge now on the left. So hands are on the ground. Be up on the fingertips if that suits you. The right heel is now lifting. You're on your right tippy toes and the right leg is straight. Send your chest forwards. Try to flatten your back as much as you can and keep breathing. Stay connected to that breath. Left knee is deeply bent. You're in a lunge on the left side. Facing over the same direction as your left toes. Try to drop the hips so you really feel that stretch. The stance is big and bold. Now you can either step or jump switch. So get bouncy, put weight into the fingers, and we're going to jump, switch. So the right leg is now forwards, but you're still facing the back end of your mat. You're just doing the lunge on the other side, but we're still facing the back end of the mat. So we have completed a semicircle. Now we're going to continue our circle, walking to the left with your hands, making your feet parallel, and then taking the top of the head towards the floor, and we repeat our wide leg forward bend. Excuse me. Breathing there, send weight into your toes. Don't worry if you can't touch the ground with your hands with straight legs. Bend the knees if you need to. We continue our circle, walking to the left again. Turning the left toes to face the front of your mat. Now from here, we're going to flatten the hands and step back into plank exhale, lower down, same exhale, into chaturanga or onto the ground. Slow inhale, straighten the elbows, lift yourself up into upward facing dog. And exhaling into downward facing dog. And we're going to hold here for 5 breaths. One more inhale here. And then on the exhale, we can jump or step forwards like we did in our initial sun salutations. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold in. Let's bend the knees. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way up. Keep the knees bent. And exhale back to start position. We're going to do one more of those, but we're going to go in the opposite direction with our circle, just in the name of symmetry. So bending the knees again, sit lightly back into a high squat. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. Exhale, see if you can straighten your legs as you fold forwards. Inhale, taking the chest away from the fronts of the thighs. And exhale, jump or step back to plank and lower yourself down to chaturanga, press up position, or all the way onto the ground into prone position. Either way though, inhale now up into upward dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Now we're going to step the left leg. So again, I'm not going to mirror you. My left is your left. Left leg steps forwards. And we're in our lunge here. Stay high in the fingers if you can. Right leg is back and straight. Left knee is bent and the stance is big. So preferably the hips are lower than your front knee rather than higher. Breathing there, keep the steady rhythm, working into a little bit of endurance here. Again, take breaks if you need to, but if you can stick with it, we're just doing this one last time. So we're going to walk to the right, bringing the soles of the feet both onto the ground and feet are parallel. And we fold forwards. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Hands to the floor. Eventually the head comes to the floor. Legs are straight. But on the way into that experience, it might take you a few months or years. Just go where you can go to. Weight into the toes. Keep your breathing really steady. So going clockwise now, we'll continue into our circle, turning the right toes to the right. You're facing the back end of your mat. Turn the left toes in the same direction as the right toes. And we're in our lunge again, this time with the right knee bent and the left leg straight. Drop the hips low if you can. So you can kind of wriggle or slide that left foot back a little more. Try to straighten your back, sending the chest forward. So looking ahead is effortless, no squashing of the neck. Keep the shoulder blades in your back. Now you can either just step your right leg back and your left leg forwards, or if you can, join me in a jump switch. Left leg is now facing back end of our mat. Right leg is now straight. So this is going to facilitate that little jump switch, that little swap of dominant foot. That's going to facilitate us being able to complete our circle. Clockwise we go again to the right. Make the feet parallel. Hands to the floor, top of the head towards the floor or to the floor. Your knees can be bent or straight. Find what's good for you today. Continuing our circle, moving to the right. Turn the right toes to the front of your mat, left toes to the front of your mat, left leg straight behind you, right knee bent behind you, and we'll come to a vinyasa. Let's flatten the hands, stepping back to Palakasana plank, lowering down to Chaturanga, four-limbed pose. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And exhale to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. We'll hold here for 5 breaths. Three more breaths at that lovely steady rhythm. On that final exhale, jump or step forwards. Inhale, peel the front body away from the fronts of the legs, and exhale, fold in as best you can. Inhale, bending the knees, arms come all the way up. And exhale, straightening the legs, arms come all the way down. Well done, guys.